Well, we've got another curveball to throw at you now that you are getting better at solving linear equations. Now our linear equations are going to have the variable on both sides of the equal sign. So let's see what that looks like with our tiles first out. Here's our expression right here, our equation, sorry, and we're asked to solve this equation that's modeled here. And we're also asked to write the expression in the steps as we go. So we'll write down what we're doing over here with the tiles. So first of all, what is the equation that's modeled here? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x's and plus 2. And this is equal to 1, 2, 3 x's and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So plus positive 12, right? Okay, so there's our equation that we are working with. Notice that we have x's on both sides of the equal sign. And one of the main goals that we have in solving equations is we want all of the x's together on one side and all of the one tiles together on the other side. And it doesn't matter which side, we just have to have all the x's by themselves and all the one tiles by themselves. So since there's more x's over here, let's move all of our x's on this side. And since there's more one tiles over here in this case, let's move all the one tiles over here. Okay, so we need these three x's to not be on this side because they don't belong in this box, right? So how do I get rid of three x's? Well, think back to our zero pairs. If I want to get rid of three x's, that means I need to combine them with our zero pairs, which would be negative 3 x's. Right? Okay, so if I have 3 x's and negative 3 x's, these two would combine to be 0, these would be combined to be 0, and these would be combined to be 0. So on this side of the equation, we combined this all with a negative 3x. Now remember, if I do something, I can't just do it on one side and leave it be. This is like a scale. I have to keep it balanced. Whatever I do on one side, I have to do on the other side as well. So I'm going to have negative 3 x's on this side now too. Okay, so negative 3 x's are over here now too. Okay, so these were eliminated, right? And in our expression on this side, we have 3x and a negative 3x. Those cancel each other out. So we just have 12 one tiles over here now, which is true. Okay, on this side, we have some zero pairs again that we can get rid of. We have a positive x and a negative x. We have a positive x and a negative x, a positive x and a negative x. So what we did was we took 5 x's and subtracted 3 x's. 5x minus 3x leaves us with 2 x's. And we still have plus 2. So this is what our equation is looking like now. Okay, so we don't have any x's over here anymore. These are all gone. Now we need to deal with these one tiles over here because this is the x's box, and so the one tiles don't belong here. They belong over here. So these one tiles need to go away. So think about the zero pairs again. To get rid of these, I need to combine them with their zero pairs. So we have 2 negative 1 tiles. Okay, so we have negative 2 on this side. And now remember, whatever I do on one side, I have to do on the other side because it's like a scale. I have to keep it balanced. So I have negative 2 on that side, so I have negative 2 on this side. Now these make the zero pairs, right? A 1 and a negative 1 is 0. A 1 and a negative 1 is 0. So these are gone now. Okay. Oh, and I forgot, I have negative 2 over here. So now let's look at our equation. I got rid of those 2's. A positive 2 and a negative 2 is 0. So I just have the 2x in this box now. And in this side I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 11, 10. So 12 minus 2 was 10. Now finally I have 2 x's. So I'm going to divide them into 2 groups. and I need to divide these leftover 10. Oh, sorry. These cancel each other out because they're a 0 pair. These cancel out a 0 pair. So I have 10 1 tiles. So I need to divide these 10 1 tiles into 2 groups. So that would put 5 in each group. And this tells me that x is equal to 5. So with my equation over here, I divided it into 2 groups. Divide into 2 groups. So that cancels out and gives me my 1x, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So that's where my x equals 5 comes from. So this is what it looks like being modeled with tiles, and hopefully that gives you a visual in your mind as we're going to be moving on and doing it without the tiles. But I think it's a good thing to work with the tiles to begin with. So now you can go ahead and move on to the next lesson video, and we will see how to do it without the tiles.